Hey everybody, what's up? It's Little Senpai here. I haven't done a vlog in a long time, and I also figured, like, I got stuff I want to talk about, and I'm also testing out this iPhone. I hate it so much. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Siri's cool, and you know, there are handy things, but I generally just I don't like it. I'm so used to my S7, my Galaxy S7. I love it so much. That's why like meme content hasn't been as good or as active. I don't know. As consistent. There we go. That's the word. Um, so hopefully I'll get my phone back later today. Today is Friday. But yesterday, oh god, yesterday was very, very difficult. If you guys haven't noticed the background, I'm doing this in my room. I live with my girlfriend, so I mean we have all sorts of cool things. I'm not going to show you the whole room because it is kind of a mess, but I mean we have stuffed animals galore. We got Wexter up there with his Hawaiian hat. I forget what they're called. I got my Common Rider stuff over here. My camera right over here. You got Steven Universe with Deno and O's. Omnimon. That admin of the Gear page gave me for late Christmas. Which I still need to figure out what to do for Christmas for them. Oh gosh. Um, yeah. So okay, so that's kind of just a background. You guys can kind of see in the reflection of the TV how I'm doing this. I had a tripod. The tripod I use to record my fight videos at locals. This is what I'm using as a selfie stick. I hate it so much. I hate it. Okay, so let me just get to the point. I mean, there's like three things I want to talk about, maybe four. But let me talk about yesterday. Yesterday, oh god, yesterday was so bad. Can I do this? Yeah, I can do that. There we go. That's kind of better, I guess. So yesterday, no, okay. So yesterday, my plan for yesterday was actually kind of fun. Like planning it was going to be a fun day. I was going to visit my family, who lives just a town over, 30-minute drive. Um, then I was gonna go hang out with a few friends. The new shop that opened up in town, Pause Joker Games. If you guys live in that area, go check it out. They got the big three card games in, and they just need to get. Well, I can't say the big three. They got three of the four big games. Then they'll be getting Vanguard here soon, so it'll be kind of cool to go between two shops and be good at one and be horrible at the other. Unless admin of Luke decides to show up, and I'll be second best, but that's all good. I don't mind that. Learn my place. Um, what was it? Oh yeah. So yesterday, that was the plan to go do all sorts of stuff. I may tear up. Just forewarning you right now. I may tear up. Yeah, excuse me. Let me regain my composure. I feel another sneeze coming on. Okay, no, I'm just gonna keep rolling. I was gonna stop it, but nah. So yesterday didn't turn out the way I was actually hoping for. It turned out to be way worse. So when I went to go visit my family, my mom and my little brother, um, at first it was fine. I walk in, my little brother's working on his car, which is weird because he doesn't have a license. But hey, he's a grease monkey. Whatever. Mom's out and about somewhere. Call her, let her know, hey, I'm in town. I'm at the house. I like what you've done with the place. She comes back, and I see my dog Sammy. Now, Sammy, I can't necessarily say he is my dog, but because he doesn't live with me. But when I was living with my mom before I moved out, he was my dog. Like he was my dog. He has seen me go through all sorts of troubles. All the good times, all the bad times, all the dark times. Oh god, dark times. Just I could tell you stories, but that's not what this video is about. Um so Sammy, he's a a little Jack Russell Terrier. Probably one of the best dogs I've ever had. Now you're wondering now he said had. Yeah. So the last couple of days or past a week, he hasn't been feeling good. He's been lethargic. He's got a really big belly, but he's lost a lot of weight, which is weird. Um, Something's up with his teeth. Whenever he drinks water, there's blood that ends up in it, which is it's bad. It's really bad. So we finally took him to the vet, and you know, my mom has had several dogs before. She's actually lost 3 dogs recently, last year. And I told her, if anything were to happen to Sammy, you let me know, and I will do what I can. That was my promise to not just my mom, but to Sammy himself, because he is my dog. So we go to the vet, and I'm like, yeah, I think he just has rotten teeth, like in the back, so you just need to get pulled. Then everything will be fine. Well, they ran a little bit of blood work on him, and they found out his blood sugar level is literally off the chart. Now, I know that that's a cliched phrase, but even the vet was saying that it was so high, it's not even measurable anymore. Sammy used to eat a lot of food, which, I mean, this was all done when I wasn't there. But I still feel at fault. One of the things I wanted to do when I moved out was bring Sammy with me. Now, I've got my cats, and I've got 2 dogs here as well. They're not fully mine, they're my girlfriend's and her dad. So it'd be kind of weird to bring another dog into the mix. Now, my mom's house isn't that big. It's very, very small. So Sammy doesn't really have a lot of room to run around. My mom's not in the best shape of her life. My little brother is too busy, being a teenager. Well, I can't necessarily say he's too busy being a teenager because, I was a teenager once. I'm going to be 27 this year, but, when I was a teenager, my focus was just graduating high school, getting decent grades, passing, just trying to go through that hurdle. And that was my teenage years. And then the late teenage years was me trying to be a pro Yu-Gi-Oh player. That didn't work out at all. But those are more of the dark times. I mean, there were some good moments in there, but so what ended up happening was the vet came in and told my mom and me. I'm trying to figure out which angle will hold this up. That because his blood sugar is so high, all the electrolytes in his system are all messed up. Everything in his system is just so beyond messed up that really the only way to save him is to find a way to get him hospitalized with injections every day for the rest of his life. But ultimately, she's like, just for Sammy, you gotta put him down. My mom started bursting into tears the moment that was sort of brought up. I stepped outside for a few moments just to process what had just happened. I told my girlfriend, obviously. She's out and about doing her own thing in Utah. She'll be back here soon. Maybe I'll do a video with her. Although it'd be kind of weird. I mean, it took her a year to figure out that I had a Vanguard page going on. Relationship goals. No, I tried to keep that kind of to myself for a long time. And then she thought I was hiding something on my phone, and then I ultimately told her, well, look, it's not what you think. I have a Vanguard page with, I think at the time was like over 500 likes. And she's like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, that's just the thing. All right, well, it's not as bad as I thought it was. So, I mean, we laughed about it, and it was all good. Anyways, back to Sammy. I told my girlfriend up, and I was in tears. I wanted to be mad. I wanted to be angry. I wanted to punch somebody. But that's always my default response for something bad, is punching somebody. Hi, Marley. Let's see if we can get Marley in. Oh, the sunlight's bad. There he is. He's right there. We have a little cat balcony for him. The sun's in the way. So, yeah, no, I tried yesterday. Let her know what was going on, and she was apologetic and stuff like that. Because I mean, what else can you do except say I'm sorry, you know? I was hearing my name being called in the back, and so I was just like, hey, I gotta let you go. I gotta pretend I wasn't crying. I may tear up in this video, just so you know. And I don't mean for it to be so long, so I apologize. I spent 12 minutes talking about one thing, and there's like two or three other things I want to talk about. So this may just be a long vlog video. So I hear my mom call for me, and that's it. I kind of played it off as allergies, but she knew better. I guess. So, like, Sammy hadn't been drinking water because for some reason he can't. It hurts him, I think. So, like, I asked the vet, hey, do you have like a little syringe or something? Just a little plastic syringe. And they gave me one, so. I know how to force feed animals. I had to force feed Marley over here when he was sick a couple years ago. Isn't that right, Marley? He's cleaning himself. I don't want to show you that. So, what ended up happening was the vet was only like 2 blocks away from the house. So we get back in her car, and she's stressed. She's emotional. My mom gets very, very emotional. So one of the things that lowered myself just a tad so I can go for a better angle. There we go. That's better. So my mom gets very emotional. When she gets emotional, she gets stressed and she makes bad decisions. Now I have asthma, just so you guys know, so you guys can understand what I'm about to say next. So as we're driving home, she's like, I need to go buy some cigarettes. I'm like, no, you're better than this. She's been trying to quit for years. And she's like, no, I'm going to go do it. I'm like, you go do it. You're going to lose all my respect. I'm serious. I actually said that. And by golly, she didn't do it, and she didn't lose my respect, which is great. I kind of apologize. I was like, hey, look, I know you're stressed. I know you're emotional. I'm emotional too. But this is a critical moment right now. Making bad decisions is not a good idea. Well, making bad decisions never a good idea. But I mean, you gotta be careful about what you do when you're stressed. Like me, I take care of these emotions a different way, and it probably in a more comedic way. I took it all out on my body. I went to Denny's. To Denny's. Like that episode of Family Guy where Lois and Peter go to Kiss Dock, and Lois embarrasses Peter, and and Peter's driving. He's like, I'm still obligated to love you, so I'm gonna take all my frustrations out on my own body. Let's go to Denny's. So just kind of after we got back, um, I told my little brother what was up, and I don't know what it is about my little brother and my mom. They have a whole different dynamic. He he was kind of playing it off. Well, not playing it off, but he was mad. No, he was mad, but he was mad at her because this is something that could have easily been prevented if she had actually measured out their food and not had four dogs in the house at once. Now, I mean, if you guys have multiple pets, I know you guys probably do a good job measuring their food, make sure they're not overeating, you're exercising them, which is good. Keep it up. But my mom didn't. Last year there was four dogs. Then three of them died off. One of old age, two of them because they had tumors on their butts, which is sad. And then after that, she got three other dogs that appeared on her doorstep, and she kind of adopted them. So we're back to four, and now Sammy's in a pass today, so she's back down to three. I'm getting off topic. I'm really sorry, guys. So when we got back, he was kind of like, "Look, this is your fault, Mom. You don't pay attention to their food. You give them leftovers." Which, I mean, I'll totally defend my little brother on this one. It is true. My mom will give leftovers. At the same time, giving leftovers isn't too bad as long as it's in like super small amounts. Super small. But ultimately, we're all to blame. Well, and when I say we, I mean just me, my little brother, and my mom. Not you guys. You guys aren't to blame. You guys don't even know my dogs. Well, you'll know Sammy now. um, sorry, I'm just trying to find the words for everything, guys. I'm sorry. So I was telling them, look, whatever issues you guys have, whatever squabbles you have, put it aside. Today, for the rest of the day, it's about Sammy. Make sure his last moments are comfortable. I taught them how to give him water by the syringe, side of the mouth, slowly, so he doesn't choke. Kind of just go through the process of when you take them, make sure that you bring the towel and the collar, put it somewhere so the other dogs smell it, so this way they know that that dog's no longer of this earth. But they kept arguing about Mason's future, my little brother's future. Now, as I kind of mentioned before, my little brother's a grease monkey. He likes to fix cars. He likes to weld, which is good because welders is something we need here in America. America. And mechanics are always needed too. So I don't see what's wrong with it. Well, he doesn't want to get his high school diploma. He goofed up. He honestly goofed up right from the get go of high school. Now, California high schools are very different than from what I hear from about other schools in the country, everywhere in the world. I actually should say. Um, Normally, in the school I went to, there was an option for people who didn't graduate to be what we called a super senior, a fifth year, but there was under circumstances. My little brother's not going to be a super senior. He's 70 units behind which equates to about just over a year, a whole school year behind. He wants to go get his GED, which will only take him 6 months. Which, hey, if it only takes you 6 months to get your GED, go for it. I mean, whatever it takes to get a degree, to say that you have basic knowledge of stuff, go for it. Because having that education's important. I don't understand why he doesn't see that. But I mean, I guess if you have a better job paying for, a better job, doing what it is that you have the trade in, then why bother with an education, right? So they just kept fighting about what he was going to do. And I'm trying to sit there and I'm just like, look, here's the bottom line for both of you. Mason's going to do this. This is his plan. Whatever Mason decides to do, I'm going to support him as much as I can. I mean, I can't provide him money or a home or anything, which is sad. I mean, I probably could if things got extreme, but for the time being, there's not much I can do except provide emotional support, and that I support just about all of his decisions as long as they're not law breaking, which he's kind of already done. I just got tired of them arguing. So I was about to leave. It was about 5-6 o'clock, something like that, and I'm petting Sammy, and I wanted to tell him how much of a good boy he is. Sammy was a great dog. He is a good dog. He kept me warm during the winters. He'd always cuddle up with me when I was there. When I broke my ankle, he was right next to me a good majority of the time. And I wanted to tell him that, but I couldn't because the loud noises of my mom and my little brother arguing kind of I don't know how overclouded my thoughts process. Maybe no. I wanted to have a one-on-one, but that couldn't happen. So I left. My mom was apologizing. She's like, you're supposed to come over, visit, have a little bit of fun. But it turned out to be just a mess. I'm like, it's life. Life happens. Sometimes dogs die. People die too. So, I got in my car. I let one of my friends who I was going to meet up know that, hey, look, I'm sorry. Sorry I'm late, but I'm on my way to the shop. Here's what happened. They said sorry. My friend just got his bus driver's license, Class B. And he was like, dude, I'm too exhausted to play card games today, but, just know that I'm here for you. And I'm like, thanks. So I go to the shop, and they're closed for maintenance. They're closed for maintenance. The one place I really wanted to go to, and it's closed for maintenance. So I'm like, okay. I messaged him, and I was like, hey, the shop's closed anyway. It's all good. He's like, you coming down tomorrow? I'm like, maybe. I haven't thought it through. I'm still haven't thought it through yet. So I go to visit another one of my friends, my buddy Kevin, who is still trying to get me back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And he keeps me up to date. And, that's fine. I like being up to date with what's going on. I just don't want to play competitively. That's Vanguard. I want to play Vanguard competitively. But not just to win. I want to play it for fun. And I'll lead into that in another topic here in a little bit. So, I picked him and his wife up. They recently got married. And so I messaged my buddy Tim, who I think you guys have kind of seen. he's usually my test subject when I play tests. He's the one who helped me balance my deck on a cat. So yeah, Timmy is always there for me. So I was like, hey, you guys want to go Denny's? I mean, if it's not too expensive, I'll pay for you guys. And Timmy paid for himself, but he even offered to help pay for the other two people. But I was like, no, it's okay. I already said that I would. My paycheck was decent. I'm just waiting for my tax transcript to come in from last year, so this way I can do my taxes. Um, so we just kind of sat there for like 2 hours, just talking, just being around people. I bring my cards in with me to Denny's because Timmy and I usually play cards at Denny's. Whatever game it is, we play it there, and it's always fun. But this time we kind of didn't, just because how seating was arranged, and kind of didn't think it through. Didn't think it through. But it really helped being around people. They kept asking me if I was all right, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm probably gonna go home and try it out later, but I'm good for right now. I mean, I'm not a destructive person when I'm stressed or sad. I I just try to laugh it off, to be completely honest. So when I paid the bill, I gave the waitress a $20 tip. I think the bill altogether was like $53. So you guys can do the math on that. It's a really good tip. Actually, hold on. Maybe I can try to do the calculate. It's over 15%. I know that much. I think it's like closer to like 30 or 40. And just because I'm sad doesn't mean everyone else has to be sad. If I can make somebody's day, that's what I want to do. So I come home last night. I call my buddy Kevin. I'm like, hey, made it home all right. And I don't normally drink alcohol. Like, I mean, if it's here and like other people want to drink, sure, I'll have a drink. But I came home. I wasn't gonna drive anywhere else. I'm like, I'm gonna take a shot. Sadly, the only thing here is tequila, so it's a shot tequila. I said a few words about Sammy, and I took my shot. Felt I felt pretty good afterwards. Like, I tried to cry it out. I honestly tried. I think I was able to get a few tears, but not to the point where I wanted to. So it rolls around to about midnight, and now I'm going on to a couple of different topics. So that's the whole Sammy issue that's going to be dealt with today. So now I want to talk about the page, the Diesel page. So last night, Markiplier posted a video. Now you're probably wondering, what does Markiplier have to do with the Vanguard page? Oh, let me explain. Well, Markiplier was kind of talking about how, like, he's really happy doing what he's doing, but he feels lost because of the perspective of making videos, I guess, and his content, and he doesn't want to disappoint people. And like, I understood that. I almost cried. That almost helped me like fully cry, because how he feels about his YouTube channel is very similar to how I feel about the page. You know, Mark wants to connect people through his videos, through gaming, whatever. I want to do the same thing, but more specifically through Vanguard. I've mentioned in another video before that I want to be the Markiplier of Vanguard or card games. Now, and I know that's a bit of a stretch, but it's something I'd like to do. Not because Markiplier is famous or anything. Not because he makes a lot of money. He's very successful. No, I want to do it because he's connected people together. He's got nearly 17 million subscribers. And I mean, this isn't about subscribers or likes or anything, but it's the fact that those 17 million people like his videos, watch his videos, meet up, and they all like when he does charities, he always meets his goal. It's so cool that he can get all these people to come together and do something good. And that's kind of what I want to do with this page too. You know, yeah, I can post memes and I can post, the card of the day content and stuff like that. But I want to go above and beyond. And Markiplier definitely was an inspiration for me to make the page because I wanted to connect people together. And one of the things about Gold Paladins in general is that it's multiple units. You need to. You're not. I can't talk. You're not just relying on one card to play. It's a teamwork kind of a thing. It's a group effort, and so when I made the page originally, that was kind of the idea I had in my mind. Although I wanted to make memes because that's what some of the earlier pages were doing, and I kind of wanted to join in on the fun. But it slowly evolved into something that's great. Well, okay, I can't say great, but something interesting, very creative, intense. I'm not trying to toot my own horn saying I have the best page ever. No, I don't. There are pages out there that are far better than mine. And I'll fully admit that. You're like Sacred Garden of Royal Paladin UN Plus. They're pretty good. I really like their content. I mean, minus all the Toho stuff that they like, because Facebook page manager app lets you see the stories that are from pages you like, and all I see from them is that they like Toho. But aside from that, I mean, hey, you like it, whatever, it's all cool. But I don't really see many pages going above and beyond. There are a few, and you know, and that's cool. Like, okay, so like we have the Skype group, the Vanguard of the Round Table. Sorry, I just picked my nose in front of you guys. I'm really sorry. I'm getting just a little emotional, but no, it's all cool. So Vanguard of the Round Table, we got that YouTube channel going. We got that Skype group going. We've had a lot of people come and go, but it was all in fun. We do a podcast every Wednesday night. I remember it was my idea to do it, but another page admin who, and I feel bad because I should know. I think it was the admin of the Guyard page, I believe. But he's the one who actually got everybody together, made the group, and started it going, making it consistent. So I mean, the only credit I have is it was my idea, but didn't put that effort forward. So, like, okay, so I'm gonna just get a little personal here. I know the admin of the Oscar page, like personally. We go back 2008, I believe. We used to play at the same Yu-Gi-Oh shop. We both played Elemental Heroes. Although I think at the time I was playing Jun Synchron. So, but I mean, I still had my Neos deck kind of together. She was playing the main heroes. I was playing Neos. So that was a bond we had. Now, like she's an introvert. Like, and that's not a bad thing either. It's a good thing. But when I started making the page for Vanguard, she was slowly starting to get back into it. I was going through all my commons, and I was telling her about it. I'm like, hey, you should check this out. It's different. It's not Yu-Gi-Oh. Stratos isn't banned in this game because there is no Stratos at the time. We have a Stratos and Gear Chronicle now, so I mean that's pretty cool. And she got into the game, and I'm like, well, hey, why don't you make a page? Why not make a Lukier page? She's like, oh, I don't even have that grade 3. I'm like, well, I know, but you know, you seem to like Silverthorns, so I mean, why not? I mean, Lukier is kind of like the figurehead of Pale Moon at the time, and still kind of is. And then she made the Asta page too, and they're both really successful. Um, and so when we started doing the podcast and stuff, I was the only person she knew. So like we met a bunch of people just through Skype, just through these pages, and more people that we knew started to make pages, and it was great. Then after a while, there's just a sense of familiarity, and then meeting people was so much fun. I remember when I first met Chaos Breaker Dragon, because he teamed down to I believe the first time I met him was Team League of 2015. That was when Strides had just barely come out. I was playing Bluish Flames at the time. I still had my Ezel deck, but I decided to play Bluish Flame because I thought it would help my team win. It's alright. But I remember meeting him for the first time, and it was so cool. It was such a great experience. And then meeting Giraffa, like I met him at Team League of 2016. He posted on his page that he was there. He gave a description of what he was wearing, what he was using, or like his playmat and deck bots and stuff. And so like I went hunting for him. I really went hunting for him. There was like 3 people who fit his description. The only way I was able to actually figure out it was him was the playmat and deck bots, which were My Little Pony related. Which, I mean, again, it's definitely a way to get recognized. So meeting him was really cool too. Like, and slowly but surely, we started having more people to meet. Like, I met, um, uh, the owner of the Oxus page, the Deleter page. He was pretty cool. I wanted to get a card fight with him, and it took 2 years for us to actually get a fight. Because every time we've met up, it's like I need to fight you. I need to fight your Deleters with my Ezel deck, and it just never happened until last regionals when we were doing the clan leader fights. And because there weren't so many people for the clan I was fighting for, they were like, okay, just fight whoever. And so instead of playing a best of 1 like we should have, we played a best of 3, and it took nearly an hour. I mean, I don't like. It was a fun game. I won the game ultimately, but oh god, it was so difficult but so rewarding. So, I mean, meeting all these page admins in person is such a cool thing, and then talking to them, communicating with them, collabing with them, essentially. Because I mean, Chaos Breaker Dragons helped me do the Gauntlet Challenge thing. Can I call it a challenge? Probably not. Maybe Gauntlet series, and it's pretty cool. I talk to other admins too who live in other places, and I want to meet them. But, I'm a college student. I don't have a lot of extra money. I'm actually not that good at saving money either. I mean, I will if I have to, but, I've got stuff I have to take care of. So getting to know all these people was great. Knowing that this idea I had of doing like a podcast sort of thing connected people together. And friendships have been made, Friendships have been broken. But, it's life. And, just the fact that these people were connected because of Vanguard, it made me so happy. And I want to do more about it. So, earlier this week, um, I kind of talked about doing a Patreon. And I gave my reasons why I wanted to do it. I wanted to upgrade my stuff to where I can provide better content. Because everything I did was from my phone. Not this phone, because it's an iPhone and I don't like iPhones. I mean, Siri's nice, don't get me wrong. But just the settings and how stuff is, I can't. I like making it my own. But, I wanted to do a Patreon because I just wanted to upgrade everything. I want to provide better content for you guys. I want to make better looking memes, first of all. I want to make better looking videos. There was a video someone had sent me, and it was just music in the background, but it was a fight, and they had power. They counted up power, criticals, skills, had little special effects for stride. I want to do that. That's so cool. I would love to do that for my videos. I just don't have the necessities to do so. I have the drive, I just don't have the thing. Another thing that I wanted to do with the Patreon is just kind of having you guys figure out like what could be done with like rewards, because I know with Patreon supporters, for people who pledge a certain amount of money every month, they get a special reward like a shout out or some prize or something. And I know that not all of my fans are from America. I know I have fans worldwide, which is crazy to think about. I think the biggest concentration of fans is in Thailand, which is pretty interesting. Hi, guys. Hi in Thailand. Um, uh, Particularly in Bangkok, of all things, but which is all cool. I mean, it's always I think it's just because American humor. I find that name funny. Sorry, my nose is just allergies too. Feels and allergies. Feelergies. Um, One thing I want to do, like, I want to make sure you guys, like, if I were to do this, I want to make sure you guys would be comfortable with it and figure out what you guys would want. I mean, I can do a giveaway every so often, but I mean, I know I can't do too much. So, I mean, international shipping is very expensive. I remember I sent. I had a contest a long time ago for the 500 contest, which sadly I was really only able to send out one prize because of the international shipping. I still have a prize for Enrique. And if you're watching this, Enrique, I still owe you that SB Platinazel. It's in an envelope. It's ready to go. I just haven't done it yet, and I'm so sorry. I've been so busy. I'm so sorry. So I'm probably gonna do that later today, or something, depending on how the rest of the day goes. But I sent out a Mithril Ezel not too long ago, and there was a few other things too I sent out to somebody. I don't remember who though, to be completely honest. And I remember when I was sending that out, it was delayed a little bit, so I threw in some extra cards, and I think it cost like 20-30 bucks to send it just with tracking. But I couldn't do it first class because that would have cost like 80 bucks. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I can't. So I mean, the 20 something bucks to send cards out. It was fine. And the tracking number only lasted until it got to customs and wherever it was going. Then from there, it's just like, okay, it's up in the air wherever it's at. Hope and pray it gets there. um, so when it comes to contests and giveaways, I want to be fair for everybody around the world, but really, I can only give out stuff like like consistently give out stuff here in the U.S. I mean, I would love to do another international contest, but I have to like set up for it. Because I do want to send it like first class and stuff. I know I'd be losing out on money considering what I would give out, but ultimately, I hope you guys would see that it is worth it. But it's up to you guys of what you guys want. I mean, even if it's just $1 a month, I mean, I'll figure something out with you guys so this way it's fair. Um, I mean, shoutouts is probably something that I've seen be more the most consistent with like dollar amounts and stuff. So now, aside from upgrading stuff, like I mentioned, I want to travel. Now I know that I can't ask you guys for, hey, do you guys give me money so I can travel around the world and card fight you? No, no, I know you guys can't. I mean, if you guys are really generous, but I know ultimately that can't happen. But the reason why I want to do that is, as I mentioned before, there are other admins I talk to across the country, and in most cases, in some cases, across the world. Now, I'm not going to be. I would love to travel outside the country. I went to Greece when I was 10. If that matters. It doesn't. But I want to go out there around the country to meet people, to card fight them, to connect with them, record a few videos, and provide better content. I know sometime in June I'm gonna be going out to San Antonio, Texas, to meet up with not Chaos Breaker. Wow, it begins with a C. Chronojet Dragon. I'm sorry. For Chronojet Dragon, I'm gonna meet up with him near San Antonio, Texas. I'm not gonna say specifically where, but it's wherever he goes. I'll try to go there and we'll record a few games and provide you with better content for not just my page, but for his page and the group channel. Um, and I think that would be interesting for you guys to see because, you know, card fighters in different states are all different. You know, I want to say that California is probably the most competitive, or the West Coast, I should say, is probably the most competitive when it comes to Vanguard. And that's only from personal experience and research. But I want to go out there to other places. I want to go to Texas. I want to go to Philadelphia, Ohio, New York, maybe Florida, Canada. You know, because it's up there. And card fight these people and show you guys what. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm itchy all over. My face is just. I'm sorry. That's unprofessional, and I apologize. But I want to go up there to show you guys what these card fighters are like in these different areas of the country slash continent, world, whatever. Like, I would love to be able to travel to like London, like Ireland, Scotland, Europe in general, and card fight people up there to see how they card fight, what they do, what they think. Go to like I would love to go to like Japan and card fight them and see how well they do their things. I know they have extra stuff, but I mean, hey, that's stuff we could be getting over here. Get a good jump on it. Go to Thailand and like meet all the like I think it's like 50 people from Thailand, which is weird. again, it's just it's weird because it's the most concentrated place of fans. Love you, Thailand. But you know what I mean. Like, I want to go out and I want to show you guys all these different styles of card fighting, and kind of connect you guys together with all these other fighters, and just expand on the world of Vanguard. Really, I mean, if it goes well, maybe I'll go into other games too, like Buddy Fight or Luck and maybe not that. I'm a jerk, I know. Sorry. I like Luck and Logic, but I never got into it. I'm sorry. I'm sad that it's ending, but you know, it is what it is. Life happens. Um, yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. I want to be able to travel and upload videos of a high content or high quality that's edited, that takes time, that will take time to work on, which I don't mind, and be able to like do like a video or two a day and show you guys what an amazing world playing Cardfight Vanguard really is. And and that's really it. You know, that's what I want to do with this Patreon, is to be able to do that. And it'd be really cool if you guys were to help a little bit. I mean, not trying to float the bill onto you guys, no. But if this is something you guys are interested in seeing and you believe in what I can do, please. That would be great, because I don't want to disappoint you guys. You know, as a page admin, I don't want to disappoint you guys. I want to provide you guys with the best possible content of the best possible quality. And, you know, whether it becomes a success or a failure, that's on me. But you know, that's okay. As long as it makes you guys happy, and as long as you guys aren't disappointed, and as long as you know you like what I do, cool. But I want to do this for you guys, just so, and I'll say it again, to show you the world through another person's perspective about the world of Vanguard, how other people fight, how other people think about deck building, stuff like that. All right, what else do I have to say? Because that's kind of about it. I'm sorry, this is almost an hour video, and you can kind of tell that because of the clock back there. But yeah, those are some things that I've been thinking about. And if you've watched all the way to the end of this video, I thank you so much. Um, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. You know, I didn't really know about connecting people together before I started doing this. Like, I had an idea of building bonds with people, and that was through Yu-Gi-Oh, which, I mean, is all good and stuff, but I think Vanguard just does it better. But I mean, I guess it's just card games in general. As a single interest. So that's about it. So, if you believe in what I want to do, let me know. If I get enough feedback, I will open the Patreon. I'm willing to listen to whatever you guys want to do for rewards or something, because I don't want you guys to think that you guys aren't getting anything out of it aside from content. No, I want you guys to think that it's worth it. You know, go ahead and like the page too. Go like a bunch of pages. Tell your friends about the pages, and if you want to make a page, go make one. It's a lot of fun. You know, you have no idea how good it feels when you have people message you and tell you that because of you and your page, you've inspired other people to do better in their life. That you give them that glimmer of hope every day through something funny or something cool or something uplifting. And it's happened. I've gotten quite a few messages about people who, like, I don't want to undermine it either, like, who are inspired to do better, who have hope because of my page, who want to do better and do good things, and I absolutely love it. And it right here in the heart, it gets me. So I just wanted to connect with you guys for a bit, meaning an hour, and I need to do more vlogs like this more often. Maybe not as long, but something shorter. But I had a lot on my plate. I just needed to get off my chest. Something I've been thinking about. Just kind of what happened yesterday with Sammy, the page, connecting people, and Patreon, and hopefully making dreams come true. Um, so just let me know what you guys think for rewards and stuff. Just in general, let me know what you think. Feel free to message me on the page or here on YouTube or whatever. You can follow me on Twitter if you want. You don't have to, but if you want to, you can. But I'm always up for a talk. I'm only a message away. It may take me a little while to get back to you, but I will reply. Unless you're just, I'll reply. I always read my messages and I always try to reply. So, all right. If you guys like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Blah blah blah. Social media outlets. Um, I'll be posting up the. We did games 5, 6, and 7 of the Gauntlets. Those are already up on the group channel. I'll post them up here as soon as I download them and re-upload them. And then I think tonight we're going to be doing the rest of the games. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, guys. You guys have a great day. Stay humble. And I'll catch you guys in the next game. See ya.